Hello, I am Mike of Neil Dice. This is Minecraft, and this is a new day. The sun rises. Right. I've now done all the corners, so hurrah. So what I'm going to do is this one first, and then this one, and then this one. And chuck all those in the bottom. Oh, and I nearly forgot to take some glass along with me. So there we go, let's take some glass. So what I'm going to do is, now I've done all the corners, what I want to know is how much that helps. What I don't want to have to do, you see, is hold shift down all the time so I don't fall off things. Whereas if I can just do really... Oh, and I'm going to get killed. Yep, I'm going to get killed because I have to take my clothes off if I'm going to be invisible. That's annoying, I forgot about that. Fortunately, when I do have my clothes on, I've got depth strider boots, so I go quite quickly under the water. So we'll just... let's keep those on. I almost certainly will not have time to use them all. So there we go. I'm properly invisible now. Also slightly slow because I don't have depth strider on. Because I don't have my magic feet. There you go, such is life. You're getting yourself killed by sticking the wall, and I have no pity for you whatsoever. So the idea is that I can just hold the back key and go reasonably quickly. Just I have to actually click instead of just holding down the mouse button to place glass, but at some point that's going to happen. So I'm going to have to glass this in at some point, but you know, not right now. So I have to be a bit more cautious and precise about where I'm standing, going around there, which I should not have to do after this. I need to give myself some silk touch. So I don't do that all that often. Right, so here we go. So there's a bit here that's actually under the rock. Until we get to here. Zoomy zoom. Looks like I might be better off actually starting, instead of, the obvious thing is to pick up from here. But it looks like with later courses I'm going to want to start from that corner and come back the way. Because there's all, that landscape is all weird. What I may even, obviously I may also, I may also want to go back and carve out all of that and then make it a nice, even so well, I'm obviously, I'm going to have a nice glass wall going up there, and I'll just carve out all the landscape that's in the way. So 1, 2, 3, actually that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I'm not going to do this actually, I'm going to do it a slightly different way. Because counting out this whole time is going to be very boring, and I'll almost certainly lose count because I'm not very good at these things. Oh, and also I won't be using the whole thing. Oh, you're on the way. Go away. There you go. I do like the fact that it's kind of, an invisible thing just moved me. Well, I don't mind. Right, so this is, so I'm going to measure along this way. And I shall do that by filling up that completely. So I know that this is, whatever I use, I'm going to add 2 because that's going to be that block there and that block there. So I don't need to count this out because I know it's going to be 64 plus whatever I use of the remaining block plus 2. And that'll be the number of blocks on a side. And I'm assuming that it's square. I think the temples are basically square. so I'm just going to assume that that's the case. Okay, so we're coming up to... Whoa. Oh, it's less than 64 on this side. Okay. Huh. So it's 62. This one was 62 on the side. Okay. So if we do the same this a ways, would and I actually catch up with everything. Picking up a lot of ink sacs. See, now I can actually hold against the right hand wall, use that basically as a rail, and I don't need to think at all. Oh, that's annoying. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that would have been 62. So that this next rank would appear to be 64. Interesting. Which is no, that's right. That's what it should be. Because you add 2 to the sides each time. Do I have time to do one more? I reckon. Well, I can finish off this row, seeing as most of this row is in fact rock. So it looks like I started that this would have been 60, this was 62, and then 64. That should give me some way of working out exactly how much I'm going to be using. Whoops. Oh, so I ran out. Wondering why I was like, why is nothing working? Oh, well, that's because it's run out of glass. So if I place that down, I should have just about enough time to run for the border. Yep, about 30 seconds. Why am I not going forwards? So it's approximately a stack per side. But obviously I'm just going to be adding more each time. I think that's the night division running out. Which means that I probably have just about enough time to get to... Anyway, yes, I managed to not get myself hit by... I could have put my armor on, couldn't I? As soon as I stopped being invisible, it was worth putting my armor on. Oh well, never mind. Right, I think, there we go. Night vision, water breathing, invisibility. I wonder if I have in fact got enough glass. That'll be a nice thing if it was true. Having finished off that corner, so the nearest 2 corners are, at some point I'm going to have to walk the entire length of this thing, so I might as well just do it here. So there's going to be an awful lot of this, so I suspect I won't be doing it all of it on camera. Although it is kind of meditative, and you don't have to think too hard. which is always good for these kind of things. The only thing I need to keep track of is make sure that I don't run out of invisibility before they start murdering me. I don't particularly, where we go. So again, that used 62. So this is 64, which I seem to recall is what I thought it was. So one more along this road, and there'll only be umpteen of these to go, and then the process of drying the whole place out, and that is going to be a whole heap of fun. And it's going to require like gravel or sand or whatever in large quantities, so as to facilitate the drying out process. And there we go, same again. So it is square, we have established that. I'm quite pleased about them, so I'm quite pleased about that. Yeah, I guess we just keep going around. Might be that going clockwise is in fact the no, anti-clockwise. I'm going anti-clockwise. Going anti-clockwise might be the way on this particular one, just because of where this big lump of rock is getting in the way. Going anti-clockwise might be the thing. In fact, I think technically speaking, yeah, until I feel the need to come by and fix all this lot, I actually don't need to do that corner at all, until I feel like if I'm going to carve away all of that and carve away all of that, which I might do. I'm beginning to think clockwise and clockwise are going to be equally aggravating or equally easy, whichever way you want to put it. So I do in theory have all the information I need to calculate the total amount of glass I'm going to be using. But I'm quite willing for it to be quite a lot, and then if I need more I'll just go dig out more desert. I don't see anything really particularly bothersome about that. Really should, I think, start and stop at this corner, because that way any time I feel like stopping I can just, I'll have a quick jaunt back to safety. And if it really goes wrong, I can always nip into the actual temple itself. I've got a way in at the top there. Although, if I do, if and when I do finish this off and have this all nice and open and up to the dry air, I may plug up that entrance and just do a repair on it, and have the entrance be the entrance, so you have to actually go in via the front door, which would be over a nice glass floor, which looked pretty cool. I hope anyway. Yes, you are going to be gotten rid of, I suspect, guardians. They may spawn outside the glass bowl, but they can spawn outside the glass bowl as much as they like, as far as I'm concerned. It's not really a bowl. I don't know. Bowls. I don't tend to think of bowls as kind of largely rectangular. Inverted pyramid, I suppose. More of a frustrum, because we're not using the bottom of it, obviously. Well, that's an unfortunate squid. I'm just zooming through this bit for no good reason. I thought it would look cool. I think a dry ocean temple would make an interesting playground. You should be able to do some interesting and fun things with it. Let's grab some nosh because I'm hungry. Don't know whether I've got enough time on this particular potion to do another full course. Well, I would like to, obviously, but I very specifically don't want to get zapped by guardians, because that would make me cross. So ideally, if I was able, if I was happy that I'll be able to do 1 minute 30. Well, let's see how much I can get done. None if I can't start close enough to the start point. Doing the corners, I think, was a good idea. That makes this bit a lot easier. The previous one that I did on my own server, which no one can see but me, except when I remember to show you guys. You know, I was just zooming. I would zoom along like this, I'd be fine. But then, you know, I'd come to the corner and I'd fall off, and then I'd have to, you know, spend some time carefully going around the corner, kind of thing. Whereas this, I can just zoom along. I don't think I've got enough time, so. Let's head over. It's another thing I need to do, not just how much glass am I going to use, but how much time does each course take to put down, so I've got an idea of how many I can do. Here's the thing I'm going to do, in fact, which I should be able to get away with. La 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 la. I'm just trying to work out. There we go. Ooh, that was badly thought out. I'm going to have to hope I can get back up there. It does demonstrate this area looks to be very interesting and worth checking out. Nice big cavern. But I don't want to have to fight my way out. I was assuming that there was a place I could stand on the other side of that, and I was wrong. Whoa. Where am I? Have I fallen all the way down again? I think yes I have. Come on. Back up we go. I thought there was a place I could stand up here. So that looks like we should be able to stand on it. There we go. Well, that's a serious cavern, this is. This should be well worth exploring. Whoa! Fallen all the way down again. I'm no good at this game, I really am not. Alright, can we get past this bit? Apparently we can. The highest I've ever been. Nearly fell down again. All I wanted to do, all I really wanted to do was place a torch just on the inside of this little hole that leads to the actual ocean, which is now very dark. I can't see what's going on. Alright, so that failed. Let's just get out of there. Come on, you can do it. The idea is just to have a little torch inside that gate, inside the hole that leads to that underground chasm. So I can see it. I'm gonna come back here, I think, with a jack-o'-lantern or 3. I think that'll do for lighting. Anyway, that was exciting and nearly deadly. Anyway, that's enough of that, I think. Thanks so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos. Come visit nearlyenoughdice, nearlyenoughdice.com. We're also at Facebook and Twitter, and there are links down below in the description on YouTube. And until we meet again, dig for victory.